Alright, good day. I hope you are doing very good. I hope you having a very lovely day as well. And I just want to quickly say that it's really nice to see you, to be with you once again. And yeah, man, it's very nice, you see. So yeah, I was like today's I was like sitting down and thinking, and I was asking myself that yeah, it's actually not easy. You see, like life is just imagine life is very difficult. You see, it's very difficult. A lot of things are not too easy. Just living into this earth is also not too easy. You understand? And what makes me say that is because one general example is that you wake up in the morning, pretty much most of your mornings throughout the year, most likely wake up without you wanting. You either have to go to school or you have to go to your job. You see, you have to comply. You have to do things that you don't like. You understand? Yeah. And at least that's good because you see you are hopeful. You understand? You're doing things that actually give you hope towards your future. You understand? And and that's good for you. You see, because it's helping you psychologically to maintain yourself. You see, in daily basis. You understand? Even though it's actually truthfully, honestly, it's actually not nice. You understand? It really is not nice. However, you're doing it, and it's like psychologically therapeutic. You understand? Yeah. So it's good for you. You see. Now then, there's someone who doesn't even have either those capabilities or means. You see, it starts to hit a little bit different when you're an individual who doesn't even have the means. You understand? So 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 I'll just describe the first person, then I'm gonna try to describe the second person. You see, like, what if you're now someone maybe who happened to finish school, you see, who has happened to finish school and find it difficult to get employed. You understand? And realistically, you see, truthfully, that's a fact. You see, there's so much high probabilities and chances for that to happen, and it's gonna happen, and it can happen to anybody. You understand? Most especially if ever you're still at school, just you need to pray that it does not happen to you. And then if you've got a job already, most likely at least you one of the lucky ones, you see, because finishing school, you are not guaranteed that you are going to get employed or what, you see, or you're gonna get a job, most especially the kind of job that you like. Most likely you went to school and ended up with a job that you don't like either way you're still lucky. You understand? Now if you went to school and then you can't get employed, you can't get a job because demand of jobs is very low. However, in terms of supply, there's a lot of people that are having qualifications and all those things, you see. And there's a whole lot of you guys, and it's not gonna be too easy for all of you guys to be employed. You understand? And that's the reality, and those things are happening. And as much as you cry about it, nothing's gonna change. There's only one way this can potentially change. You see, it's through you changing that route. You see, the school route. You see, now anybody who's taking that route, it can happen to them. You see that they end up in a situation whereby they finish school, then after finishing school, then they don't get a job or employed. Now it's at least it can be better if you have friends, close families, relatives, see, like who can assist you to help you get things to get by. You understand? Like maybe getting a job or whatever it is, you see. Like we call that connections. At least if you have connections, you understand. However, if you don't, or you're surrounded with people who are not valuable, then it's gonna hit different as well. You see. So that's the second place. You see. Now then there's the third one, the third person. Now what if it's not easy for you to even go to school in the first place? Maybe you dropped out of school quite like early because of circumstances or whatever reason it is, whether they good or bad, or you did it intentionally, or like there's so many reasons for you to drop out of school. You see, I can just mention a few, and this few is not all of them, it's just a few. You see, because there's a lot of reasons, honestly. You see, yeah, I mean others can drop out of school because like because in whatever school they are, they are not treated very well. You see, it's just it's something that's very bad. You see, and obviously if you're weak, you will end up leaving school. Others, it's because it's difficult for them. They can't do well. It's not that they are stupid or mentally poor or whatever. But then, I mean, there's a whole lot of reasons, and then there's also life related reasons like finances and all. Cause to get quite proper education that will actually take you somewhere with proper connections or relationships and stuff like that, obviously you need money. So money is, at the end of the day, is the center towards everything, you see. And as much as it's like that, you see, anyone from that is bound to experience either one of any of those things, you see. And it's like a continuous loop. You see, it's just a continuous loop. And even if you're gonna have children and kids, you're making them deliberately to experience those things, you see. You're doing it deliberately because you've experienced it and you haven't solved it, and you're bringing kids into this world so that they experience it, you understand. And you see, the poor mentality, uh, or heart that you have without considering people that are not even in this world. You see, you just bringing them deliberately to suffer what you've suffered without considering. You see, and somehow you can blame it to mistakes and stuff like that, but you bring them to suffer what you are suffering without considering, you know. So it's like somehow when they experience all of that, it's also your fault. But yeah, you can still say that they'll also experience. So anyone stands a chance to experience that, you see, for as long as like we all taking the old playbook, and that old playbook is you need to go to school. After going to school, you need to get a job. Others say a high paying job. Others say you need to get a job. After getting a job, you need to accumulate. So you need to accumulate debt, or you need to have a house, have a car, have kids, have family. Your By that point, your whole life is structured in debt, you see. Like you've wasted a whole lot of life and years with the hope of that all of those things are going to happen. And one thing that you haven't looked at is that by the time you even finish with school, just by that time you even finish with school, you even got yourself a job, and then you also got yourself a car, you also got yourself a house, you see, probably about to get married and stuff like that. you've already accumulated a lot of debt. You understand? And you're now bound to continuously go towards that job so that you can get a salary, so that you can pay all of your credits or debt, you see. And that's the old playbook, you see, because even if you finish school, get a job and everything, you're at that point, you understand, uh, without having any debt and so forth. Like you somehow got a very structured support up until that point. What ends up happening is that you've struggled a lot and you feel it that you've been studying so hard you didn't even have time to enjoy and everything, so you're gonna want those cars, those houses, those things, families and stuff like that. And then at the end of the day you want it instantly, and that's how you result into uh, you initiate your death towards your lifetime, you see. Yeah, whereby right now you're living off of debt, you see, credit and stuff like that, because you can't, like, you would want a house and stuff like that, but you sorry cannot buy cash. Even if you save, you need to save for extra more years and life has to continue, you see. A car is same story. So the point is, this is all like a continuous loop. It's like a playbook that existed for a very long time, and even right now it's like it's breathing into this earth, you see. And it's like it's the stomach. Everyone here is inside the stomach, you see. It's like eating everybody, and no one is even doing anything about it, you see. And that is why I am here, you see, to tell you all these things, you see, and to remind you that you really need to find a way to make money, to make a lot of money. And and right now we're at a point that we don't need just a way to make money. We need a way to make money very fast, and we're in a point whereby we need a lot of money, you see. So it's like that. And even if it's like that, everyone is ignoring it, you see. Everyone is ignoring it, and I don't blame you, I don't blame anyone, you see. It's a book that you found unconsciously, it has been passed to you, and I see you're also not doing anything about it. It's not like there's nothing you can do about it, you're just not doing anything about it, you see. It's just your choice, you understand. It's just your choice. And 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 if you decided that really there's nothing to do about it, I mean, it, I will probably proudly, I'll be proud for myself to call you stupid, and also tell you that you're weak, and also tell you that you're also foolish, and also to tell you that you're dumb, you see, because you have to do something about it, you see. All of you guys that are watching this video needs to do something about it, you see. And if somehow you are surviving without the playbook, you have your own means, you see, your own strength, you see, of surviving. You have your own companies, your own businesses, your own infrastructures and stuff like that. Well, I'm not talking to you, you see. However, even if you have those things and still have a job, I'm still talking to you, you see. Ah, don't mention yourself if ever you actually don't have anything, you don't even have a business, you're not doing anything about it, you see, because I am definitely talking about you. Other than that, if you wanna do something about it, just read through the description, the YouTube description, go through all of the social media platforms, make sure to follow us on all of them. And you must know that as much as I love you guys, I'm also hoping to see you on the other side, you see, because there's a whole lot of things that you don't know, In fact, just go discover first ways to make money and a lot of it, you see, and then discover ways which you can structure the ways in which you could make money, you see, because it's crazy easy to make a lot of money. See, right now in Q2 we've started Q2, and April is part of Q2, so we finished April, now it's May. So May is also a part of Q2. Q2 is quite exciting for some reason. For most of us, in fact, for most of us, I don't know about you, if you're useless and stuff like that. I know it's not exciting, but then, yeah, I'm just hoping to see you on the other side. Okay, okay.